Have you ever heard of a love story so tragic it stained the very pearls from the sea? Or a kingdom that fell because of a single, misplaced trust? Today, we're rediving deep into one of Vietnam's most enduring and heartbreaking legends, the story of the Magic Crossbow. Our tale begins long ago in ancient Vietnam, in the kingdom of ULCC, ruled by the wise king An Dejang Vibang. The king had a grand vision to build an impenetrable fortress to protect his people. He called it Si Loa, the Spiral Citadel. But a strange problem plagued its construction. Day after day, his men would build the high, strong walls, only to find them mysteriously crumbled to dust by the next morning. It was as if the very earth refused to hold the fortress. The king grew desperate. He prayed day and night, pleading with the heavens for a solution. His prayers were finally answered in a dream. A magnificent golden turtle, a sacred spirit, appeared before him. The turtle spoke with a voice as old as the sea. "Your kingdom is in peril, but I can help. I will give you one of my own claws. Fashion it into the trigger of a crossbow, and you will create a weapon of immense power. With it, no enemy will ever conquer your lands." When King An Dejang Vibang awoke, he was astonished to find the very same golden turtle from his dream waiting for him by his bedside. The divine creature offered him one of its golden claws, repeating the instructions. The king, filled with gratitude and awe, immediately summoned his finest craftsmen. They worked tirelessly, following the turtle's guidance, and forged a crossbow of incredible design. They named it Lin Quang Kim Kwai, the sacred golden turtle crossbow. This wasn't just any weapon, it was magic. A single pull of its trigger could unleash thousands of arrows, raining down upon an enemy army like a storm of steel. The kingdom of ULCC was now truly invincible. News of this powerful weapon spread far and wide, instilling both respect and fear in neighboring lands. Soon enough, the crossbow's power was put to the test. The ambitious ruler of the neighboring kingdom, Trigu, launched a massive invasion, hoping to conquer ULCC. His army was vast and confident, but as they approached the walls of Si Loa, King An Dejang Vibang stood atop the ramparts, holding the magic crossbow. With a single effortless pull, a torrent of arrows flew through the air, decimating Triua's forces. The invasion was crushed in an instant. Triguka retreated, humbled and defeated, but also deeply intrigued by the source of ULCC's impossible power. Realizing he could not win by force, Triua devised a cunning and cruel plan. He sent a message to King An Dejang Vibang, feigning a desire for peace and proposing a political alliance. The token of this newfound friendship, a marriage between his own son, the handsome Prince Trung III, and the king's beloved daughter, Princess Musho. King An Dejang Vibang, a man who valued peace above all, saw this as a golden opportunity to end the conflict for good. He welcomed the proposal with an open heart, unaware of the sinister plot hidden behind the friendly gesture. He threw a grand wedding celebration, and the entire kingdom rejoiced, believing a new era of peace had begun. Princess Musho, known for her innocence and kind heart, fell deeply in love with her new husband. Trung Three, however, was on a secret mission. His father, Triu had given him one command: discover the secret of the Magic Crossbow. Playing the part of a devoted husband, Trung Three spent his days by Musho's side, showering her with affection and earning her complete and utter trust. One day, he casually asked her, "My love, your father is a brilliant king. How is it that his kingdom is so well defended? What is the secret to his strength?" Musho, blinded by love and seeing no harm in her husband's curiosity, naively led him to the royal armory. There, she showed him the magnificent Lin Kwang Kim Kwai. With pride in her voice, she pointed to the golden trigger, the claw of the divine turtle. "This is the source of our power," she explained. "This magical trigger allows one arrow to become 1,000. Trung Thi's heart pounded in his chest. He had found it. That very night, while the princess slept soundly, he crept back into the armory. With trembling hands, he carefully removed the sacred golden claw and replaced it with a flawless but utterly powerless replica he had prepared. His mission was complete. He then made an excuse to his wife, saying he needed to visit his father and would return soon. Before he left, he asked Musho, "If war should ever break out and we are separated, how will I find you?" The innocent princess replied, "I will wear a cloak made of goose feathers. If I have to flee, I will pluck the feathers and drop them along the path so you can follow me." With the real trigger in his possession, Trung Three raced back to his kingdom. He presented the golden claw to his father, Triu, who immediately launched another invasion. This time, the attack was swift and without warning. As the enemy soldiers swarmed towards Sea Lower, King Andejung Vibung remained calm. He ascended the citadel walls, the crossbow in his hands, confident of another easy victory. But when he pulled the trigger, nothing happened. He pulled again and again. Only a single, useless arrow fell limply from the bow. The magic was gone. A wave of horror washed over the king as he realized he had been betrayed. The walls were breached, and the kingdom of Ulcc fell into chaos. In a desperate bid to escape, the king grabbed his daughter, Musho, and placed her on the back of his horse. They galloped furiously towards the sea, with Triu's army in hot pursuit. Along the way, Musho, true to her promise, plucked the white goose feathers from her cloak, creating a trail for the husband she believed would come to rescue her. Instead, she was leading the enemy right to them. They finally reached the coastline, trapped between the advancing army and the roaring waves. In his moment of ultimate despair, the king cried out to the heavens, "O sacred golden turtle, why have you abandoned me? Where are you now?" Just then, the surface of the water shimmered, and the golden turtle emerged from the depths. Its voice boomed with sorrow and anger. "The traitor you seek is not in the enemy camp. The enemy is sitting right behind you." King Andejung Vibung turned and looked at his daughter. He saw the trail of white feathers stretching back into the distance, and the terrible truth crashed down upon him. His own beloved child, in her innocence and blind love, had been the instrument of their kingdom's destruction. Heartbroken, but knowing his duty as a king, he drew his sword. With tears streaming down his face, he took his daughter's life for her unintentional yet catastrophic betrayal. Then, standing alone on the shore as the enemy closed in, King An Dejang Vibung followed the golden turtle into the sea, disappearing beneath the waves forever. But the tragedy doesn't end there. When Trung III followed the feather trail, he found not his living wife, but her lifeless body on the sand. The weight of his deceit and the loss of the woman he had perhaps come to genuinely love crushed him. Overcome with unbearable grief and guilt, he returned to the citadel and threw himself into the same well where Musho used to gaze at her reflection. Legend says that the blood of Princess Musho flowed into the sea and was absorbed by the oysters, which then created luminous pearls. And if you take those pearls and wash them with the water from the well where Trung III ended his life, they will shine with an unmatched brilliance, sad, beautiful reminder of a love that was pure but tragically misplaced. It's a powerful story about trust, betrayal, and the devastating consequences of naivety. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Vietnamese folklore. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button, subscribe for more tales from around the world, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.